We never, you know, it's crazy. All the time we talk, we've never FaceTime.
All this technology, all
Ain't
this.
my fucking fault. You be on the road here, there, everywhere. I don't know. So you don't care if I smoke on camera?
No, I don't. I don't think it should be an issue. You know what? Whatever makes you feel comfortable. If you want to cut the camera while you take a,
I do, and well, I don't want you to get hit with anything. That's what I'm
okay,
saying. I want to be respectful to your platform.
I appreciate that. If you feel like you want to cut the camera off while you puff pass, by all
But me,
means.
I don't give a fuck. I've already been caught a strike because I cooked somebody. I gave that bitch a funeral. She needed it. I'm using my gifts for the right reasons. You laugh.
As you should.
No, because there's too many gatekeepers in tarot. I can't stand 99% of these spiritual motherfuckers are weird. They lie. They gatekeep. They want to suppress people from. I teach people how to tap into their psychic abilities. They don't want you to do that. That's why I'm a problem.
So, so it's just like any other industry at this point.
Yes, it's really bad. It is so bad. People, listen, there's a guy. I'm gonna try to keep this short. There's a guy I like him. His name is Leonard Bocard or something. He's a Haitian dude. He's gone viral several times talking about how he uses voodoo to keep his woman in line.
Oh,
Him and Ashira Seven are beefing. Ashira Seven is such. I like a lot of what she says.
yeah.
However, I have my own mind. But you're supposed to be a witch. You hit him with a cease and desist. Who does that?
Shit. I mean,
I don't know. I'm gonna throw some shit. I'm gonna throw some magic at your ass. I'm not going to. I don't need the white man to go and do fight my bidding. I can do it myself. And you got all these people like they're misleading a lot of people in the pertinent things for people to tap into their magic and psychic gifts and different things. They're leaving them out purposely so they don't usurp them.
hmm.
It's really fucked up.
So, what was their issue? I like Shira. I don't take her too serious, but I
Too.
yeah.
I do too. But I'm not gonna. I'm not. I don't. It was something about a guest that she had on her platform.
Okay.
Supposedly, guy likes to mess with kids.
Oh.
This guy didn't like it,
Oh.
and she hit him with a cease and desist. I'm sorry. I'm not going to the courts to fight my battle. I'm just gonna put you in a jar.
Okay. Well, before we get started, let me ask you: are you happy with the popularity tarot has received over the last few years?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I like. I'll say all that because some people they don't recognize to the naked eye anybody can resonate with a general read. Anybody.
Okay.
Okay. But a lot of these people, a lot of the times, they're reading on themselves. I've gotten a few tarot reads from a few uh, tarot readers, and I'm not going to say their names, but I didn't embarrass them or disrespect them,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like this. That's not my life. My life is fine. It's like blanketed, very vague readings, and I'm like, that's not right. And I do like that people are tapping into their magic, tapping into their psychic gifts because we all have it. It's just how far are you willing to go
Mm-hmm.
to um to enhance your gifts. But it's a lot of dumbasses on here that are gullible enough to believe somebody that's already pre-shuffled the cards. The cards are all laid out. I just don't like that. I like for people to see the cards, know that they're getting a clear, concise reading,
Mm-hmm.
and I give you the problem, the answer, a solution, and a spiritual remedy to walk away feeling like you've actually gotten something of substance when we're done.
Do you feel that do you still entertain the discussions or debates with people that say, all this is witchcraft, astrology, tarot, all that? Do you even entertain? Are you past that at this point? Okay.
I don't entertain it.
Okay.
Pay me for a debate. You want to debate me? Pay me for my time. Energy. I'm very mindful of where I put my energy to, and I've gotten so good with blocking people.
Okay. Okay.
I just
All right.
don't care. I don't care.
Okay. So do me a favor. Introduce yourself. Where can they find you? And then we're gonna jump into this muckery,
I
this
didn't even
effery.
realize we were broadcasting. I'm sitting here spilling tea.
You good? Now you good.
Uh,
You good. You good. I can edit this out. You good.
you can follow me on TikTok. Blanco told you. Subscribe on YouTube. Blanco told you tarot. And then I know my other moniker is a little complicated. Nikki Blanco Tarot on Facebook. I have a comedy page and then I have a tarot page because I'm a comedian first, like y'all know. Well, you know.
Imagine that. Yes, yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. All right. So we're gonna do some reads. Yes.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Okay.
I figured we would just read on I don't know what if you want to do, Jen. I don't know what you want.
Okay. I
So
gave. Let me see the names that I gave you. Let me see the names I gave you. Unless something pops up in your head that you're like, let's try this one.
I figured we read on Jaguar right
Okay.
and I say all that because and you've known me many years and we've had several discussions about people the dissonance and how people do not grasp there's no such thing and I'll say this and I don't give a shit who gets upset. I don't care. Come for me. I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. You cannot expose an industry you're still dying to be a part of. You cannot expose an industry and you're going on a verified platform to speak truth. There's fallacy, there's sprinkle some truth, but a lot of lore. This is where this disconnect comes in with me and a lot of people because I'm like, oh, Cat Williams said Cat Williams. No. He's still bought and paid for. There's a video somewhere of him chewing. We just haven't seen it yet. Okay? Jaguar right. This is a scorned woman. Think of a woman or a man that you broke up with that you're not dealing with anymore. What are they going to do? They're going to drag you through the mud for as long. This is a bitter person, but she's still dying to be a part of the industry. There is no such thing as telling truth. What we need is people to distance them. That's their business. Common folk need to come together as a collective and figure out how to repair everything grassroots. I care about common people. I don't give a fuck about anybody with a blue check mark.
Okay. Why do you think the increase in her popularity, or because the average person that comes to me and swears she's the truth, I just look at the person like you're. I respectfully, you're an idiot. Like if you give any stock into her, like at this point, it's like
Because it all sounds good. And not just that, these are people that they don't know anything about the industry, how it works, and everything. Oh, it's a satanic ritual. Da, da, da. Give me a fucking break. Everything is magic. It's the intention that you put into it. When you make soup and you're putting those vegetables and that stock and the meat and everything in there, what's your intention? To make someone well, right? That
mm,
is magic. You're doing magic. It's the focus and the intention. Okay? Stop saying everything satanic. This is the devil. Da, da, da. Y'all have no concept of what's truth and fallacy. At this point, the lines are blurred. People are getting everything all mixed up, and it sounds good. It's sensationalism. It gets her more motion. She don't have a bag. She didn't really have a bag until she started talking about this stuff. But this is a lot of the stuff that she speaks on and shit we already knew. Where's the lie? Find the lie, and I will give you $100. Find the lie, and I will give you $100 right now. Anybody in the chat?
it's for me. It become ad nauseum. Like
I don't want to hear it. I blocked that big bitch out of my timeline so much because I'm just tired of it. And anybody that's, she's pandering at this point. It's given desperation. It looks like you're scorned. And if you honestly think that Jay-Z was going to choose her over Beyonce, I got some magical fairy dust that I will send you. on the fifth Tuesday of this month.
All right. So, have you done the readings on her yet? Are we gonna do
No,
that?
I did try to tap into her energy once,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you this: all that Christianity shit is cap.
Yeah.
This bitch was cloaked, meaning I couldn't get into her energy. Meaning somebody, she's definitely being covered, and this ain't got nothing to do with Jesus or nothing like that. This is on some spiritual shit. She
Hmm.
definitely dabbles, especially she aligned herself with what's them dirty motherfuckers? What's his name? The light skinned dude, Solar,
Oh yeah,
Sonar,
yeah, yeah,
Solar.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
they practice. Okay, I can smell another witch a mile away. I've been doing this shit my entire life.
So how bad does it get for her at this point?
Well, I have cards set aside. It's not looking good, but what they're trying to do is make her into a martyr.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you and I both know that when you sign those deals, you have an expiration date. Okay, and they do, yes, they do 5150. Some people, they do make them look crazy, but they make themselves look crazy as well. Okay, so it aligns with the narrative. This is all scripted, but people need to ask themselves, this Diddy shit, Jaguar right, all these different things, what's really the bigger picture? There's definitely, when shit like this happens and these narratives are spun, you need to check your laws. What laws did they pass under your nose?
Okay.
It's kind of like dangling a set of keys in front of a little child, keeping them distracted. There is a book, and yes, all information is controlled. However, this book is one of the most accurate books. It's called The Fourth Turning. It talks about every 80 years, history, politics, everything repeats itself. Different characters, same storyline, because they're not that smart.
Mm.
We give them too much credit. They're not that bright. They're really not smart. So there is the same repetitive cycle over and over and over. And because we've been dumbed down some, or not anybody over here is a collective, because a lot of people here, if you fuck with Sly, I know you got a brain. That's just a fact. But majority of people, they're not smart enough to, everything's an echo chamber, a think tank, a reverb, a hive mind. They're not smart enough. And this is why I do the tarot that I do. It's not to embarrass anybody, but it's to rip the masks off of people that have been lying to you, feeding you lies. And I don't mind, putting myself out there. You can do what the fuck you want. You can say what the fuck you want. I really don't care at the end of the day, but I'm tired of this red pill shit, this gender war shit, this um hotep shit. I'm sick of all of it. We need to eradicate all these little subsets, and stop calling this a fucking culture. This is not a culture. This is something that they gave us. We have become a culture within a culture, and it's not even ours. Stop it. I'm sick of it. I'm so tired. You don't understand how tired I am. And the only way to get through to people is through the internet. And I hate the fucking internet. I can't even see the comments in the chat.
Oh, they're good. They're good.
They're probably cooking me.
No, they're not cooking. You know, we first rule as content creators, you might most times you just don't pay the chat no mind. That's like first cardinal law of internet creation,
Well,
content
you
creation.
know, I don't care, but it's
I know.
your platform. So I'm trying to be
Nah, nah,
respectful
my
because
peoples are
you know
good. My
me.
peoples are good. You're good.
Because I
You're
will
good.
cuss a motherfucker out, and
I
his
know. I
mother,
know.
his kids, grandmother, anybody. Just listen, anybody can get it.
Well, let me ask you: are there any readings that make you hesitant? Is there somebody or a group of people you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna sit down for this one and let this one
I
go?
I turn away readings all the time. I've had grapists try to get readings from me. I know the energy. You know, I know the energy. Yes, I've had people that I know for a fact that they've touched on kids. I've had women that are just not even toxic, radioactive, because they know I give them a spiritual solution. But why are you trying to root this man when you're the problem? You need to root yourself. I've turned away readings, several readings.
What does that say to you, to those that don't turn away anybody? They'll just read anybody for, what does that say to you, to them?
There's
Okay.
unless spirit is telling me this person needs this message to get through, this is going to actually help this person
Hmm.
and aid them along their journey and kind of shift the energy to where it needs to be, then yeah, because a lot of the times I'll do a pre-shuffle
Okay.
just to test the energy. But if your spirit is not right, or I feel like you're just, it's going to be like a karmic transference or karmic residue, absolutely not. I will block you. People need to understand, even when you hit the like button on anybody's content, that is an exchange of energy.
Okay.
When anything that you are watching, anything that you are taking in your ear gate, your eye gate, you have to be mindful. That is an energetic exchange, and you don't know people's true intention. This is why I'm very transparent with anybody that follows me, anybody that gets a reading from me, and I always see about anybody that I read on. I go back, I check on them, make sure they're good, make sure they're doing the work. I always give them like an advice card. I actually, it's almost like therapy, a therapy session. And my prices are not even, a lot of other readers would get upset if they knew my prices because I don't charge that much because I'm not about a bag. I'm about fixing things.
So, is it safe to say you give people the tools for them to not have to come back to you all the time?
Yes.
Okay.
But they like it. I mean, I'm very engaging. I always throw a joke in there, and I make sure that they know that they can unpack. This is I hate that this is a safe space because everybody's so soft nowadays. I hate that shit. Bullying, triggering. No. I give you, like in Spanish we have a saying, yo no tengo pelo en mi lengua. I don't have hair on my tongue. But I'm gonna give you the truth even if you don't like it. That's why I tell people before they send that money, if you don't want to hear the truth, take your money back now, because I'm not going to mince words. But I make sure that it's like tough love, but that it's coming from a place of sincerity.
How do you unpack when you do all this? You hear all these people's traumas and issues, and how do you decompress, de-stress?
Reefers, lots of reefers, spiritual baths, lots of spiritual baths. And not just that, I journal. I have so many notebooks. I just write, 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 write. I write a lot. I have so many books. I'm like, I told my husband, burn them. Because you're probably like, what the hell is, if something happens to me, just burn it.
So, how often do you feel the need to kind of decompress that way? Is it weekly,
Every
daily?
day,
Really?
every every day. I do 2 spiritual baths a day. I walk around with Florida water or 99% alcohol or some type of protection oil. I have little vials and I'm constantly cleansing, cleansing, cleansing.
Okay. Have you ever had readings where you just saw imminent doom for the person, and
Yes,
okay. Eh, So,
yes.
how do you walk them through that?
Well, some things are just fated to be that way.
Okay.
However, if they're not doing the work, if they're doing the work, I teach them how to manipulate the energy. If they're really like serious about it and they're not just there just to, because they want to know about if their man is cheating or I don't like those toxic reads, but I give them the tools to shift the energy and place it elsewhere, kind of like alchemy, transmutation, taking something negative and creating something positive. Okay, but there has been people that they didn't listen, and their life is completely just dismantled. Some people, it's not my place to tell them. Like I said, I sit with spirit. I do pre-shuffles, and if my spirit guides tell me, no, 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 this is for them, because I've actually tried to step in and help people, and I've gotten my ass slapped by spirit. I had to deal with the consequences. And shout out to my girl, Dulce La Diosa. Um, she's the one that actually really, I've been doing magic my whole life, but she's the one that actually taught me how to read the cards from a different way.
Okay.
And she's the way she's like, no, you cannot step in. Sometimes you need to sit back and let them go through, their cycle. There's these This could be a cycle that they need to close out, some things that they're still hanging on to.
Mhm.
It's deep. Now,
Yeah.
I don't be on IG like that no more. I don't have time. I don't. I'm always like, I don't want to say like saving people because that's not my place to save anybody. They got to save themselves. But I'm wielding my wands for the right reasons, and doing something conducive. I want to leave my mark. I don't want to be no martyr, but I want to leave a mark.
Hmm.
I want to set myself away from the rest of the other tarot. Everybody reads different. Everybody interprets it different. But I came out of the gate different. And I know everyone says that, but I shift from helping people to doing true crime, a little entertainment, and telling you shit what's being hidden from you, and people are not telling you. Because sometimes other people, two sets of eyes are better than one, and sometimes people cannot see,
Hmm.
and the red flags look pink.
Okay. So should two different tarot readers get the same reading for one person?
Absolutely. Well, it can align depending on if the energies, they're in accord. The energies are sunk up, because I've done readings with my girlfriend and they align perfectly. I've seen other tarot readers do it, and it aligns. If the person knows how to read the cards and they're really tapped in with spirit, absolutely.
Okay.
It may not be the exact same card, but it has a similar energy,
Right.
and you could put the pieces into perspective.
Gotcha. 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 S- Is this your life's calling? You think this is it for you as far as what you're doing,
No,
or okay?
no, this is something for now, and then I'm gonna grow to something bigger.
At what point do you think it'll be time for you to kind of walk away from this?
When spirit tells me, sit
Okay.
down.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you're here because you do your thing with the cards. So I don't know what to do. What you how you
I don't know. This your show.
Yeah, but this is about you though. So, ma'am.
You know what?
Wait, how long have we known each other now? How many years has it been?
Oh my God. I can't even.
This is 2024. Do I want to say
Probably like eight,
has it been
eight
that
years.
long? Okay, okay.
Yes. You got to tell me, David Ruffin. What do you want me to do?
Okay,
I'm just Otis.
let me find my list. All right, let me find my list. Wait.
Yeah, we've known each other a long. That time went by fast.
Yeah, it's been a good minute. Okay. So we said no political. We're gonna stay away from political. Okay, we'll stay
Yeah,
away from that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, you know what?
my lipstick still looks crooked. I'm
It's
listening.
not crooked. You keep messing with it, will be crooked. Then I'm gonna be like,
I don't know. You said Jay Z, Beyonce,
yes.
Jaguar.
Let's start with Jay and Beyonce, if you don't mind.
Okay, you want to know what they're not, what is being hidden, what's going on in their relationship behind the scenes? Is it cap? And see, I like Beyonce.
Okay, I give it to me from your point of view. How would you approach? Someone gave you $50. Say, hey, yo, just do a reading on Beyonce. I just want to know, and give me your thought process. How you're gonna approach it, and what
Public
information?
figures are different from common people. I say that because when you place yourself in the public eye, it's gonna people are gonna tap into your energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Common people, like when someone wants me to scry, like do a reading with like candle wax or a mirror, You can actually use a mirror
Right, right,
and
right.
scroll. Okay, I don't do that unless this person is like a potential danger to your life, and I know this. Yeah, you want to be 10 steps ahead of the ops. That's different. But this is some people. This would have to be for somebody that's in my close coven. That's it. Any anybody else but Jay-Z, Beyonce, like stars. You see people reading on the stars all the time. That's okay. They're in the limelight. They're gonna get read on. Some people, a lot of more people do it than people think. They're just very private.
When you see celebrity reads, and do you agree with most of them, or is there only a couple people that you would like? Okay, she's on point.
I don't fuck with most of these tarot readers. I think they're corny. There's a few that I really, really like. And honestly, I think male tarot readers are far better than female tarot readers. Let me explain. And yes, I'm 100% woman. You know, I love my women, but I don't do that women's empowerment, all that bullshit. No, I don't do all that. No, you won't get that here. I'm about logic. I'm a double Capricorn and a Pisces moon. Pisces is the most intuitive of the zodiac. Capricorn is the father of the zodiac. Okay, I was born New Year's Day. You know that. First baby in my year. We think we're very logical. We deal with planet Saturn. Everything's about discipline, responsibility, and accountability. That's like Father Time. So when you receive your karma, you're getting it from either Saturn or Pluto. And that's probably why I love Future so much, because he loves Pluto and I love Saturn. I don't give a shit. Don't talk about Future. That's my guy. That's like my spirit twin. I don't care what nobody says. I love him. I love him. But anyway, men, when they read from a perspective of logic. When you hear a tarot reader say, i feel I feel, it's not about you. What do women usually do? They function off of emotions rather than logic. You know, my dad was a Capricorn, and my you know how hard my dad was on me. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and he was military. So I'm a lot like how he is. So I look at everything from every perspective of what's the outcome. You know, is this rational? It's not about me. I separate myself from my cards. I hate when I hear a tarot reader say, I feel like, I turn them off. I don't give a shit how many numbers you got. People need to stop gravitating towards these tarot readers that have an immense amount of followers, because half of them are brain dead. That's just a fact. They don't know what the fuck is on these cards. It's not about you. It's about spirit. You're just the conduit. You're channeling the message. A true tarot reader is channeling those messages. It don't got nothing to do with you. How you feel. So is the reading about you or me?
okay, okay.
Fuck your feelings. It's not about you. And this is why a lot of spiritualists don't like, they don't want to see me in their algorithm, because I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be liked by everybody. I want only the ones on my frequency to fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't give a shit.
You a mess, but we
It's not
here
a mess.
for it.
I'm
Yeah,
honest, and that's the problem. People,
I
they it's too much lies. It's too many people. They lie. Like, why y'all be lying? Oh yes, he's coming back in 3 months, and I'm not gonna do. Girl, he's gone. He fucking left. It's time for you to heal and find somebody to fuck else. Next question. And stop. And I'm sick of all these relationship coaches with unsuccessful unsuccessful relationships and have never been married in my timeline. I'm sick of it. Everybody's talking about heal. Go heal in silence and shut the fuck up. Why are y'all all heal? They're pussyfying people. They're making you too soft. Where's the lie?
no lies told. I wholly agree with you. Wholly agree.
Heal, girl, heal. You don't need him. Girl, shut up. And then you're gonna be 50 years old listening to Mary J. Blige crying in the kitchen with your bum Quisha ass friend. single, a spinster, and ain't nobody gonna want that pussy no more. Man, listen, they need to let me write a book.
Well, I'm about to say it might be that time.
For real. I'm so tired. Like, I'm over it. I'm like, you want to know how to keep a good man, keep a successful marriage, be with somebody that you really vibe with, that's not gonna look at another woman, that's not gonna. I'll show you how to work this shit.
Okay,
But I
so getting back to Shira Seven, she admits she does some enhancements to keep the man in line. What are your thoughts on that?
don't have to do that. He actually binded me to him.
Okay.
He binded me to him. But I mean, if that's what works for you, then I mean, it works for you. I wouldn't do it because, and I'll tell you why. I did a love spell for a client. It only takes me one time to get my hand slapped. One. I did the spell so good. She had been trying to get this man for I don't know how long. Got him, but he was overly obsessed to the point where she had to take out an injunction.
Oh.
You can do a love spell. Yes, it's going to do it, but how the fuck are you going to get him? You may end up in somebody's trunk on the ID channel. People don't think about that. I don't want nobody that don't want me.
So it has to be a mutual attraction.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, Slider is a Gothi of an Asatru kindred, which is like a Norse, uh, kind of like a coven. She's basically like a head of like a warlock, like the head. He binded me to him in every lifetime. I didn't ask him to do that. He did it on his own. However, everything is healthy. It works. If that's what works for some of these girls, I mean, I'm not going to judge. That's what you do, but that's not for me. I don't want somebody that don't want me. I'm not going to force somebody. That's like spiritual great.
yeah, yeah.
Like when Christians, I'm going to pray for you. No, 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 no. No, do not. Don't pray for me. Mm-mm. What do they say? They rebuke?
Yeah.
No. Take that. I don't know what the you praying for. No. Keep that energy over there.
Would you say Christians are probably the most spiritually either repressed, confused, toxic to a certain extent?
Tyrannic, tyrannical, megalomaniacal,
Okay.
entitled, and I don't give a shit who gets offended. Um, Self-righteous. They walk around with they tout a Bible in one hand and a soapbox in the other.
Okay.
You cannot get upset because someone doesn't have the same beliefs as you. We have the right and the freedom to practice whatever we want to. And what you practice actually stems from what I practice. Okay? I do practical magic, but it's like the worship of nature. What is wrong with that? We're all magical beings. It's just some are more gifted than others. But the fact that you have an issue because I don't believe in what you believe in, how it's an oxymoron. Moron. It's stupid.
How do you deal with people that are kind of spiritually on the fence? Like they grew up all their lives hearing this was devil worship, this was paganism, but something inside of them says, you know what, maybe it's not so bad. Well, let me try it. So, how do you deal with people that are kind of spiritually on the fence?
I don't. I
Okay.
used to. I don't. They come to me and I know that they are seeking and they're genuine and they really have like they want to be nourished with, you know, the tools to be able to step into their power.
Hmm.
And I know for a fact that this person, they're yearning for this. Like if they have a burning desire, absolutely I will help them. But your magic, like when people get on, yeah, that's not how you're supposed to do that spell. You don't do. If it works for you, if that's your magic, fuck what everybody else says.
Right. Okay.
It's the intention. How powerful is the thought, the focus, the energy that you're putting into it? You know, and you don't always have to work with a deity. You don't always have to work with, you know, um, Bailao or Lucifer or whatever. You don't have to. If I mean, does it give it a little pack, a little punch? Absolutely, it does. But you don't have to do that.
Okay. Let me ask you, in all your dealings, your life experiences, what you've gone through and seen and done, what is your concept of good and evil? I'm asking because to me, the concept of good
There's
and
no
evil.
such thing.
Okay.
It just is. It just
Okay.
is.
Okay.
There's no good. What may be dark to you may be light to me.
Right.
What may be good to you may be bad to me. Everything is about perception and perspective.
Right. Right.
When people grasp that, and there's no good and bad, you cannot disassociate yourself from generational indoctrination and then say this is good and this is bad. You're still aligning to their context,
Mm-hmm.
to what they're telling you this. So you're basically contradicting. You can't. Things just are. You can't. There's no such thing. And I have had to say this several times to people. I'm like, y'all are a bunch of snack pack throwers at this point because I cannot. I don't know.
Okay. Um, have this is my belief is I believe that Caucasians, Europeans have become more spiritually proficient than, let's say, do you agree?
Absolutely.
Okay, why do you think that is?
Well, we were beaten into submission with a book. Um, everyone's just scared. Everyone's afraid of what's on the other side. They're gonna burn in hell. Well, let me clear something up. Energy does not burn. Cannot burn a spirit. You either redo this shit if you don't get it right, or you ascend to the cosmos. That's it. That's it. Plain and simple. But Europeans know this because they're the ones that constructed everything. They understand the secrets. These are the things that they've kept from us. Remember, for many, many years, we were not allowed to read.
Right.
We were not allowed to read. Everything was washed away. Everything about your lineage, everything about who you are. But you got to think about it like this: when the master got sick on a plantation, who did they go get with the medicine bag to fix? And what was she doing?
Yeah.
Hoodoo.
Yeah.
They know this. They keep it from you purposefully to keep you stupid, to keep you in submission. This is another form of how they're doing with, politics and everything. Like, I don't discuss, I don't care. That's not, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, they're shaking hands and giving dap on the back end, both sides. They don't give a fuck about you, neither side. You're still going to be a neo slave. You're still Goyim. They don't give a fuck about you. You're human cattle.
Do you think that the melanated people at some point will break the spiritual shackles, or this is pretty much this is it?
No, no. A lot of people are jumping ship, and they're waking. I don't even like to use that waking up ship. That's so cliche, but they're starting to be more accepting and more open. But as far as a collective, absolutely not. People are too afraid. They're afraid. This is like it's religion to me, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. It's a form of emotional leverage or emotional ransom.
Okay.
Do this, serve me, or you're gonna die. You're gonna burn in hell. You're gonna lose it. That's like, this is a Stockholm syndrome abusive ass relationship. Why the fuck should I listen to you? Serve me, or you're gonna burn forever and ever. Amen. Get the fuck out of here. No. Mm-mm. This is a form of that's what I call people, religious zealots. I call them Stockholm syndrome victims, and I feel sorry for them. Some of them.
I think
So
I'm going to officially dub you the Millie Jackson of tarot reading because that's
I
the
love her.
yes.
She has big old lips too.
Yeah. The Millie Jackson of tarot reading. Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
that mom's name, Milagros Millie. That's my
Really?
mother's. Yes.
That's
It's a shame
crazy.
you're not on Facebook.
Okay, okay. Um, how in tune are you spiritually with the other half of your lineage? You know, because Espanol is very very good, very fluent. Is that? Does that factor in to?
Hey, listen, you cannot be, if you're Spanish and you're spiritual, you have to recognize African spirituality. That's
Okay,
just a fact.
okay,
That is the foundation of spirituality in itself. You have to Santeria, Paloma y Hombre, all of it. It factors in. This is why. But you're seeing they were more private. But even with Santeria, that's like Catholicism is like watered down Santeria. Even Yoruba has 300 orishas.
right.
Catholic or Catholicism has 300 saints. They all parallel. It's all the same. The only difference is the because Catholic is mainstream, they water it down and leave out the parts about you being magical, being able to tap in and do all these different things and for you to tap into your gifts. They want People don't realize when you go to a pastor or a priest or the head of a church, you're going to the source. They think is closer to God because they don't recognize the God within them. Source, sorcerer. When you're praying, you're manifesting. The only difference is you're leaving out the pertinent parts to claim that shit. I don't ask no spirit for nothing. I demand it and I get it. You're only helping me. I'm using my energy.
I'm learning so much today. I'm so grateful that we made this happen. Don't ask me why it just took this long. I should have been had you on years ago. Don't ask me. I don't know why it didn't happen, but the
Wasn't
timing
time.
it was okay. It wasn't the time. So, what is the process for you when you go to look for tarot cards to purchase, or is there certain type of tarot cards one should look for, certain reads for certain cards? How does that process work?
Oh my God. It's whatever I'm drawn to.
Okay.
Because I have so many different types of decks. I have just basic starter decks for, just the average person. That way they can understand like the oracle cards, like you have, let's see, like Apology, Two Faced. Oh, this one's in reverse. Hopeful. This is from a reading I did earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Karmics. So they can see, okay? I want them to know that they're getting a legitimate read and they can kind of follow along. But I do have the more complicated ones. And then I have Oracle decks. It looks like a tarot card on the back. And I sit with myself and I write whatever spirit wants me to write on it. Like it'll say needs rest, manipulation, deceit. It always lines up. It's the energy and the intention. Okay. But I have several ones with like the zodiac wheel placements. That's for like the more advanced people that come to me to get readings. So it varies, but if I'm drawn to this, and I have ADD, keep in mind, but if I'm drawn to this particular set of cards, I'm like, I'm getting it.
Okay. Um, would you say the majority of people that come to you for readings would be like low level? And I don't mean low level in a disrespectful term, but
Yeah, ignorant. Yeah, yeah. They're for the most part, but I kind of before I'm finished, there's a few decks I always recommend that they get the deck and pull, and it's always something affordable.
okay.
Nothing, because I paid a lot of money for some decks, and some decks were very cheap. I've made my own, but I always recommend like a tarot deck, a deck for healing, and they pull a card every day, and I teach them how to do it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. These tarot readers are not doing that. They want you to keep coming back. It's almost like a cliffhanger on a
Right.
show. They kind of keep you stuck so you come back to them. No, I want you to do the work yourself.
But do most people want to do the work?
They don't. And I have like close to 300 videos. I'm not even monetized. I don't give a fuck about a bag. I give a fuck about the people, the common people that are doing the work.
But do you feel sometimes that that may add to it weighing you down because you care so much?
I take a break.
Okay.
And if the person's energy is just it's too much for me, I'll remove myself.
Okay.
I have to do this for me. I learned that you can't save them all. You can't. Sometimes it does get very depressing.
Hmm.
And I did a reading the other day for someone, and I hope she's not watching this, but this was for a client, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this masculine flying out of the deck? Mad, wants to block you." It was her daughter. Her daughter, no disrespect, her daughter's a lesbian. She came out as a masculine, aggressive out of the deck. And I felt myself like rah, about to hawk out later that day. I said, no, let me go cleanse because this is not my energy. I'm so chill.
Mm.
Yeah, I have to take reprieves from time to time because there's I just did the Jennifer Soto reading.
We were talking. Yeah, 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 yeah. You want to get into that? How bad? It's bad. I'm just like a
Yeah,
couple pages of notes in, and I'm like, this is bad.
I didn't, I blind read, so
Yeah.
I don't follow any trials. I don't purposely. And I used to love ID, but when I really got serious with tarot, I stopped. It was so bad. I was weeping. I don't, when do I cry?
Never.
Ever. Like I'm
Ever.
allergic to crying.
Exactly. Tears run the opposite way. Yes.
For real. Like, and the stuff that came out, and I didn't, I omitted a lot of it from the reading itself because I don't want to get sued because, I love my life and I have a lot of nice things. Number two, spirit pretty much was like, it just wasn't appropriate. I didn't have an age restriction thing on that reading,
Okay.
but allegedly, I'm gonna just say this: the reading that I got, and I do not miss, never got a reading wrong. It came out that the little girl was pregnant by the boyfriend. The mother knew and was engaging in
Yeah.
with the daughter. And when I saw, there's one oracle card that I have, it says Netflix and chill, and it looks like a sleepover. Someone in my comments told me that they used to have sleepovers. The three of them were engaging. Now I couldn't figure out why it kept saying runaway, kept coming out, and grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I let them put the pieces together in the comments,
Right.
and it came out. Well, someone said that the grandparents were the ones that threw her the party the night before she was unalived, and she had told her friend that she wanted to run away. Something came out about her missing her cycle, her period. She was pregnant. Someone sent me a clip where the mother said that she normally kept two pregnancy tests underneath her sink. They were missing. The mother was complicit. I just did the Kiara Coles reading. It came out who did that. I didn't know who she was. I did had no idea. I'm working on Nico Jenkins. Somebody requested Nico Jenkins. I said, why?
Not Nico. Not Nico.
Yeah. And look, it's crazy because that day I had just put my razor blade necklace on. I always wear this necklace. I started wearing this for a year.
Yeah.
And that same day, somebody asked me to do his reading. If you know about Nico Jenkins, you'll know where I'm going
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah.
I was like, why, spirit? Crazy.
Yeah. How often do you get approached for readings or in regards to sex magic, or what do people get misconstrued about sex magic? What are they doing wrong? Or
Well,
you know,
first of all, let me just say this. I really wish I could see the comments in the chat for this question. If any of you have ever took a bath, put some roses out, lit some candles, put on some really nice music. I don't give a fuck if it's Luther, Frankie. I don't care if it's Hector Lavoe. I don't give a shit. And you ravaged your partner. You just did sex magic. You just didn't put the intention behind it. Sex magic is a normal thing. It is okay. Why do you think all these billionaires and all these wealthy people acquire their wealth? A lot of the time they understand these are part of the cheat codes. You can literally manifest money by yourself by jacking or drilling off or being with your partner. It's the intention, envisioning whatever you're trying to draw in coming toward you as you climax. It's okay to do it, but in what form are you doing it? Look, I got a deck right here. Okay. If you have ever lit a candle trying to set the mood, you're getting the energy right.
Right.
Romantic energy, attraction, the power of magnetism. You're coming together to create. I don't care if it's a procreate or create sparks, chemistry, whatever. You just did sex magic. You just didn't put the intention behind it. You have to know, focus, and it's even better when you and your partner are on the same frequency because you bring things in faster, stronger, and it's powerful. There's nothing wrong with it if you're doing it for the right reasons.
I want to shift
I
gears real quick. um, how up to speed were you on the Mystic lipstick situation?
um, I didn't even know who that was. I heard
Okay.
bits and pieces. I forgot all about that.
Okay. When you hear situations like that, what's your first thoughts? Is it you just feel like they were just in too deep, and were
Bring me
just
up to speed.
say what? I'm sorry.
Bring me up to speed. I
Well,
can't.
she had a fight with her kid's father, stabbed him in the kitchen, drove her and the kid into a car, and they crashed on the freeway. She ended up dying, if I remember correctly. But she was a tarot reader. She was into astrology. She was a social influencer, but that was her shtick. And all of a sudden, it's like we didn't see this coming. Nobody thought she was all this unhinged. And all these other spiritualists were kind of giving their take on it, like, no, we saw cracks in this woman's psyche years ago, but nobody believed us. Um, Situations like that. What is that? What are your first thoughts?
Well, I would have to get familiar with her energy, but she could have just been a nut. And some people, when they get a lot of motion, they get beside themselves and they think that they can just move around the way they want to. And, people are supposed to bend to their will. And for some people, maybe she tried to throw something at him. Maybe his spirit guides were protecting him or wanted to remove him because remember, we die, we redo this shit all over again if you're not, you know. But I don't. I would have to get familiar with her energy. I don't know. I mean, she just, for all I know, she could have been just a nut, respectfully, you
Okay,
know.
can this line of work?
But drive you crazy though. I will
That's what.
say this:
Yes.
it can it. I don't even pull cards for myself no more unless I feel like okay, there's a message in here for me
Mhm.
once in a while, like every few months, just to get a temperature check to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But it can send you crazy and it can make you very, very overly paranoid of everybody. But these are people like these people, these spiritualists that make videos on TikTok. Oh, if you sleep underneath your car, oh, you're gonna raise your vibration and don't eat Cheerios because come on. Because it's a lot of them, and majority of them are black and Spanish. And that's why I don't fuck with them. Because they're nuts. They're nuttier than squirrel shit. A lot of them. They just make up shit. And they call it spiritual psychosis. I call it spiritual schizophrenia.
Well, who's more at fault? The person that creates the content, that type of content, or the person that consumes it?
Both of them.
So it's equal to you in
I
your
think it's
eyes.
equal. I think it's equal because you should be more mindful of who you. It's almost like, are you gonna take candy from a stranger? Your mother tells you not to take candy from a stranger as a kid.
Mhm.
Don't consume just anybody's information. Some of these people just want a bag, motion, notoriety, numbers. So they're willing to put or content farm bullshit. And I tell people, don't believe me. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to believe me yourself. I'm just giving you a heads up or confirmation of what you surmise. But if you surmise it, it's because you already knew that. You just wanted somebody to give you, confirmation of what you already knew. And don't fucking believe me. I tell people all the time, unsubscribe, block me. I don't give a fuck. Don't believe me. Don't take my word for it. Listen to yourself. But this is what kind of plants the seed for them. It's like me impregnating in them, in their minds, to believe more in themselves rather than someone else.
How has this journey so far impacted you, or what have you taken away from humans in your line of work?
Humans are stupid.
Okay.
Not all,
I want to say I agree.
not all, but how disconnected we are from reality. Because I mean, yes, there's a lot of things that are real on the internet, but you got to figure who's putting the information out there. You cannot believe it all. Content, history, a lot of that shit is lies. You can't, you only see things from one perspective. Like what's the interracial couple that I just did a reading on? What the fuck is her name? The bald headed girl
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
that. Sorry, but first of all, he's a walking red flag. When I picked up his energy, and keep in mind, I don't have a racist bone in my body. My husband's Russian. That motherfucker, he looks like, first of all, he looks like he'll fuck your toilet up. That's a big motherfucker. Second, they both are so fucking toxic. Like, they look like they beat the Mario coins out of each other. Both
Mm-hmm.
of them.
Mm-hmm.
But you only see one aspect of their life. You think that these people are living these decadent lives, but the reading I did, they're fucking broke. Everybody thinks that they want this and that. And this is another thing. It's affecting people so much so, like, these a woman with good sense don't give a fuck about having a fancy wedding. You bitches need to go marry each other, because men don't give a fuck about having a fancy ass wedding.
Right.
You see some shit on Instagram, y'all just need to go marry each other. Who gives a fuck about? I'm not feeding a whole bunch of people that's going to talk shit about me. And I even said, when I pass away, don't serve no fucking food in my funeral. Do not. You're not there to eat. You there to cry. Fuck them.
Oh my god.
All they're gonna do is talk shit about it. It will never be enough anyway. Why are you're trying to appease each other? Go marry each other then. These men don't give up. They want simplicity and peace.
But how long did it take for you to learn that, or did you always knew that?
No, my parents didn't play with me. I grew up with four brothers, no
Okay.
sisters. My mom, it was almost like charm school, which she kind of failed at a little bit, because I'm still 42. I'm still a tomboy. But my mom, I learned by watching my mom how she was with my dad throughout the years,
Mm-hmm.
and how my dad did not play. My brothers did whatever the fuck they would. Me, mm-mm. But I learned by watching and listening. Just be quiet. I'm not saying like you got to be a robot for your man. No, absolutely not. I think I'd be married. No, but we get along. It works. Our dynamic works. We ride our motorcycles together. We hang out together. It works. It's like being with a buddy that you like having sex with.
Okay, so when I try to have these conversations with certain men, um, it's like I don't know, like you just have to find the right partner, if that's even a real thing, or I don't what.
Cannot, if a woman has her friends have a lot of influence in her life, she's not for you.
Okay,
If she allows social media to delegate majority of her day, she's not for you.
okay.
The sad part about it is we all interact through social media, so the good girls that you really want, that you seek, are in the house.
Mm.
But how do you find them? My services are very reasonable if you're trying to manifest a mate. But I say all that to say, this is why I say like humans are stupid, because you allow one avenue of somebody's life to influence you, shape or character carve the prototype of person that you want or the lifestyle that you want. No, be original. Do it yourself. Make a vision. Fuck all the social media. This shit is fake. I mean, they complain about women catfishing and altering their bodies and pinching here and nip tuck there and all this and that, and they see them and they look like it's the same thing. People not really dissecting like how fake this shit really is. If this makes any, if this makes any sense, I don't
I
know.
total. Has your outlook on humanity, um, do you have a positive outlook on the future plight of humanity, or are you just to the point where it's just like, you know what, just send the asteroid at this point?
Earth is ghetto. I'm in the midst of actually getting of acquiring land to start a homestead because
Okay.
I know what's coming very soon. My only worry, and I'm not afraid of anything. I've done fell off my motorcycle, skinned my leg. I've done so much shit. Wasn't afraid. I'm afraid for our two sons and the choice of woman they decide to be with. Because our 21-year-old, he still lives with us, but he's like, I don't trust these girls with my sperm. He
Okay.
will not, like, the next woman I'm with is going to be my wife.
Okay.
I shit you not. We did something right.
Okay.
I worry about kids, in the future and them, their choice. The I don't know. I'm starting to be in agreement of natural selection. Let's just put it like that.
All day. Yes. Yes. Oh, time to go. That means time to go. I know that look.
All right, can you give me like 15 minutes? Yeah,
No,
15
you,
minutes.
you're good. No, I don't want to. No. Hey, we don't want no beef. We ain't here to cause no. Get your ass off. Go on. Go be super wife.
What are they saying in the chat? They're talking shit.
They're not. No,
No,
they're not cooking you. I promise. I promise. They're not cooking you.
he's good. But no, I'm all for natural selection because I don't, and it's not even about black, white at this point because everybody's dumb.
Okay. Okay. Well, no, the timing is good. I had you on for an hour, and
Yes,
so definitely got to do a part two. Like I got to bring you back.
yes,
So
yes. Thank
go,
you for having.
yeah, go serve the husband. He ain't all that. I understand that look.
Listen, I know. I, I can't say no. He takes good care of me,
And
so
there you go. Tell hubby I said I hope all is well, and
I will.
definitely. So after this, I'll go ahead and email it to you, and you can chop it up however you see fit for your stuff. Oh, also shout yourself out where they can find you.
Um, Blanco told you on YouTube and TikTok. Illuminiki Blanco Tarot on Facebook. Yeah, I think that I guess I hate social media. I really do.
But you're so good at it.
I'm not. I just listen. I'm on my 14th Facebook account because they hate my mouth.
Good lord. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, sis. Well, thank you for coming through. Definitely. We'll work on getting bring you back here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, get out here and go enjoy the rest of your day. Go be a good servant. All right, hun.
All right. Talk.
Yo, shout out to my homie Nikki Blanco. Hopefully, I got some out of her today. Please go sub to her channels, all that good stuff. I'm gonna get out of here because it's her turn to serve me. So I'll catch y'all later. Peace.